Whoa, 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 whoa. We're bound for glory, but there's been a slight delay because some joker stole the track. The passengers are starting to get a little punchy. This guy here's looking at me like I'd steal the shirt right off his back, because we're all in this together, and so everybody's suspect. At least sometimes that seems to be the spell we've fallen under. But we're not the only ones in here, so don't accuse me just yet. This train is full of traitors, and they're working undercover. Well, there's something in that night that makes us hurt each other, but in the end the war we're fighting will be won by all the lovers. You're gonna be alright, man, no need to be a hater. Take that finger that you're pointing, point it towards something greater. Whoa, whoa. Gladly take my place among the other thieves and liars, and sometimes it seems my sins become a full-time occupation. But I don't know nobody who pays his rent by starting fires. How you think that's gonna help us reach our destination? There's something in that night that makes us hurt each other, but in the end the war we're fighting will be won by all the lovers. There's so much more to living than to be an instigator. Take that finger that you're pointing, point it towards something greater. Whoa, 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 Some nights I stand and watch the fog quietly rolling in, and it leaves a quiet hunger sticking to my skin. It seeps into my pores, and it pricks at every nerve, always pointing to the higher purpose quiet hunger serves. Leaves me hungry for a change, some kind of hidden doorway that I can walk on through and finally do this thing the right way. Hungry for a new life, to replace my old behavior, start thinking less about myself, more about my neighbor. I know I'll be forgiven, but that don't change the fact there's a big division between how I talk and how I act. Too often I have missed what this is all about. Too often I have had too much while others go without. So give me half a chance, and I'll give you half the winnings. Maybe we can make this hunger something of the past. Finally see the day when we all rise up singing, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. There's something in that night that makes us hurt each other, but in the end the war we're fighting will be won by all the lovers. We're called to do what's right, we can't put it off to later. Take these fingers that we're pointing, pointing towards something greater. already shining. The darkness is passing. The true light is already shining.